and welcome to another segment of Life Changing Solutions Live. Every second Tuesday of the month, we have two very special segments because we have Ron Christensen here. He is a licensed mental. Oh my God. I just completely went blank. But yes, he's a licensed marriage and family therapist and from Alta Wellness. And so thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Some of the things that some of the feedback after our last show and questions that people were asking were, what's the difference between mental wellness and mental health? Because Alta Wellness is about mental wellness, right?
Yeah.
And so what is the difference on that?
Well, so typically if you go and you see a therapist, there's an evaluation, there's an assessment, and there has to be a diagnosis of some kind of a mental illness for you to receive treatment. So that's kind of the mental health treatment, medical approach to, solving problems. Which certainly, if there's a condition or a problem, then that is a good way to do that. But Alta Wellness, our focus is more on the staying healthy, so you don't necessarily have to have an illness or a mental health condition to benefit from what we're doing. Because we are teaching how to basically stay healthy. So it's very similar to, if you go to a doctor because you're sick, then the other approach of seeing a therapist would be like going to a doctor because you're sick. You get medications to help you get better. On the other hand, if you go to a doctor for a checkup to make sure you're okay, that's more what we're focused on. So we have the psychoeducational classes that basically teach you how to stay healthy mentally and how to stay mentally fit, rather than a focus on, having to be sick or having to have a mental health condition to benefit from the services.
Okay, so just so that I get it, using that whole doctor model, when you go in for a physical, that's what you're saying is this is more for prevention.
Yes.
But what if I'm there? What if I am depressed? Would these classes support that?
Well, because it's a model of teaching you what to do and teaching you how to stay healthy, either way you would probably benefit, because sometimes what we have found is people just need the tools. They need to know what to do. They need to have an understanding of, some of these mental health strategies to stay healthy. So even if you are in a situation where you have a mental health condition, and maybe you are seeing a therapist and doing treatment, you could still benefit from the educational component of what we do, because you can get tools and strategies for trying to stay mentally healthy.
Okay, and then something else that's also come up in the medication realm, because I have experienced that as well, where people are like, well, I take medications for XYZ. Why would somebody who's taking the medication and who's okay and maintaining with the medication want to come in for these classes?
Well, the medication certainly has a place, and there is a time when medication can be very helpful, but a lot of times a component of mental health is what we're doing, our thinking patterns, how we approach things, our family dynamics, a lot of things like that. So sometimes focusing only on the biochemical side of things is just not enough.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is it's like, even though you're taking medication, you still need the additional support. You may not need necessarily want or need or believe that you need therapy, and therapy is a bit more intense than what you're offering at Alta, but it's also providing those tools that you can use to prevent and also to maintain yourself during these crises.
Yeah. So again, the focus is on staying healthy rather than necessarily recovering or getting over an illness.
Oh, well, thank you. So hopefully that answered your question on that. And some other things that we'd like to talk about is Alta is up to some really big stuff now that you've expanded some of your services and stuff. From what I hear, you're going to have 2 networking breakfasts a month, right? Every second Wednesday of the month, so that's tomorrow. There's a caregiver series. So if you could speak into that.
Yeah, so in addition to the classes and the psychoeducation that we give for the general public, we thought it would be beneficial to offer to caregivers, to people who are in the profession of helping others, because sometimes they kind of get left out. And so the idea of those classes is to teach them the skills of kind of caring for themselves and making sure that they are taken care of too, and not just always the focus on those people that they're helping.
That I think is really important, because in my experience in the social work, in the social services realm, we do as professionals give so much of ourselves, and who takes care of us. So that's awesome that you guys thought of that, to be able to like take care and give back in that way. And so again, that's tomorrow, and the address is 6655 West Sahara Avenue, Suite E100. And it's at 7:30. I know it's a little early, but they're going to have breakfast. It's also going to be an opportunity for you guys to network with other healthcare professionals, and take a class and learn a little bit for yourself, and take care of you. Then the following week, there's going to be another networking breakfast, but this is for business owners and contractors, independent contractors and stuff. So if you could speak into that one.
Well, also with that, people who are business owners, people who are, very busy doing things and contributing to the community, sometimes the attention is not on them. And so, and also in strategies to keep themselves well mentally, and even things like goal setting, achieving goals, that kind of thing that we talk about in those classes, so that so we can all just work together and help everybody be more successful.
That's really great. The other thing too is that you're also starting to host speakers and have them come in, and the really cool thing about that is that you're expanding and also offering, because Alta is a membership model. So you buy a membership and you're able to take all these classes. But now with having guest speakers come in and provide workshops, those are free for the members. So it's adding value, and the membership's only $50 a month.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
It's a really great deal. So if you have any questions, or if you want to know more information, you can always go to the Facebook page, Alta Wellness Center, and you can always call. It's the phone number is 702-901-9729, and I believe it's also on the screen. Thank you so much, Ron. We'll see you next segment. And for everybody out there watching, the next segment is Ask the Therapist, so you can actually post and comment a question, and he may be able to get to answer that live.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned.